Hey, what's happening? What's happening, YouTube and loungers? I hope everybody is doing great today. We are not going to be very long tonight. We are going to do a quick oracle reading for the week. We're also going to do some crystals 101, and then we're going to do a quick Tasha K reading on, whether or not she's actually behind this statement that she gave the other day. Okay, so let's go ahead and get right into it, guys. I am going to pull from my African Goddess Oracle deck today. And this again is from Abiola Abrams. Okay, you guys can check her out. She also has a YouTube channel, so you can go ahead and check that out too. And she's really great. This deck really resonates with me so much because first of all, it's African goddesses, so it's goddesses from all different continents, all over the world. A lot of people tend to think that African means that you are just from the continent of Africa and that's all there is to life. When in actuality, Black people and African people are from every single continent in the world. Okay. And once we get the understanding of that, we'll be able to mobilize and get done what really needs to be done for Black people. And until we do that and really get on the same page with that, we're not ever going to get on the same page for Black people. And, that's unfortunate. So I love to reference various oracles from various Africans and from various different continents because all of us aren't from America. All of us aren't from Nigeria. All of us aren't from Mexico. We're all from different places. So we certainly want to embrace our Blackness across the world. I'm going to pull 5 oracle cards tonight. Okay. And then we're going to get right into those oracle readings. And I hope everybody is doing well. I appreciate everybody tuning into the chat and tuning into the show. All right. So let's go ahead and get right into it. I'm waiting for one more card to kind of come out. Right now, so far, we've got Secrets Revealed, Joy, Soul Forgiveness, and Fearless Love, and also Feeling Safe. Okay. So let's go ahead and get right into these cards and see what the weekly oracle reading is for the week. So the first one that came out is Secrets Revealed, number 36. That card actually came out last week too. It's funny because last week it dealt with various things and things that you might have to find out and how to deal with those things. So let's read this card again. The number again is 36, and it is the Queen of Sheba. Let me show you guys this card. Beautiful card. So this is the goddess of secrets revealed from Ethiopia. The temple is queens and the element is fire. In the Bible, the wealthy Queen of Sheba brings a caravan of gifts to King Solomon. The Ethiopian holy book reveals that she was the Queen Makeda and that together they sired King Melanek I. Open your eyes. Secrets are being revealed. It is safe for you to see the truth. Your inner vision is crystal clear. Embodiment. You don't know what you don't know. Your creator, ancestors, angels, spirits, and ascended masters are whispering to you. This is divine intelligence. Pay close attention. There are things you do not let yourself see. Allow yourself to be guided. Choose your own path. And your goddess declaration is, I am connected to the divine. Keep in mind as we go through this that you are, in fact, the divine, okay? You don't have to look to somebody else or look to some sky daddy, in a sense, for a sense of power, okay? You are that power. And God, if you believe in God, God has put that power in you. See, he said he made you in his image, okay? So you got to remember that you are the divine, and that you need to pay attention to what you're hearing. For those of you who are divine in spirit, I know that you kind of sometimes remember that sometimes you hear a ringing in your ear. Okay, it sounds like a low tone, low frequency you may hear every so often. When you hear that, that's actually information being downloaded. Okay, that's information coming from the ancestors, coming from the spirit. You need to go ahead and take that in. It's nothing's wrong with your hearing. You're not going deaf. I'm not saying don't go out there and look. There is a thing called tendinitis. Okay. But when you hear that ringing in your ear, this is for those who are divine. You're hearing that because you're getting divine information. Take heed to that. All right. Let's go ahead and get into Asaya, which is joy. And that number is 16. Okay. Number 16, Asaya. And that is the goddess of joy, Ashante Ghana. The temple is warriors and the element is bush. Goddess Asase Ya rules life and death as the joyful crone celebrated as Mama Earth. Her energy is loving, fertile, and nurturing, and her name is invoking at major life transitions. So your happiness matters. Joy is sacred. Laughter waters the earth. You deserve to be happy. It is safe for you to feel good. Allow yourself to feel joy with no limits. This is self-love. Your happiness doesn't need to look like anyone else's. If you can't imagine it, you won't be able to live it. Giggle therapy break. Take a giggle therapy break, guys. Now close your eyes and see yourself joy-filled. Now laugh with your mouth and your eyes wide open. Try to release feel-good endorphins, okay? So this week, you should be focused on getting the proper information that you need, okay? And then focusing on your peace and your happiness and your joy. Nobody else is going to hand that to you but you, okay? And you divinely deserve it, okay? But you also have to be willing to hear the divine information that's been given to you, okay? The secrets that are coming out, the information that is being revealed to you. You need to be willing to take it, and then you need to be willing to go in your direction in your own peace, okay? The next one is soul forgiveness, 28. Before I read that card, I just got in my spirit that there is somebody who has been dealing with a situation that they kind of know. It's already been revealed to them. The information has literally been revealed to you already. And you've been contemplating on what to do in regards with this matter, whether you should leave, whether you should stay, whether whatever the situation may be. And then you're now in a situation where you're not forgiving yourself. You're not over whatever you were a part of with this situation. You need to forgive yourself. It is okay to forgive yourself and to break ties with various situations that you might have been involved with. But the first person to forgive is you. And then you can request forgiveness from others. Okay. But you got to forgive yourself first. All right. Let's go into this one. The number is 28, and it is Goddess of Soul Forgiveness, Bantu. Temple is lovers, and the element is bush. For the Nagomi Bantu, Goddess Makumbu was the first woman. Her father, Akongo, the cranky supreme god, put Makumbo and her loud children in a basket and dismissed them to earth. Who do you need to forgive? Let it go and reclaim yourself. Forgiveness is your gift of freedom for you from you. You can't rush forgiveness. You have to feel it to heal from it. Feel the pain, hurt, grief, rage, and despair. Take time with your heart. Forgiveness is a higher vibration frequency than the pain you must allow yourself to feel. Unforgiveness colors your world with lack, mistrust, and resentment. You start to see everything through a victim-colored glasses. But forgiveness does not have to include reconciliation. Start with self-forgiveness. Say out loud, I forgive myself with love. The Goddess Declaration, I forgive and free myself, and I forgive and free others. That was powerful, guys. I mean, listen, you have to forgive yourself first, and then, you can request forgiveness from others. Also, forgiving other people does not mean reconciliation, okay? So forgiveness is actually for you. Forgiveness is for your peace. It's for your edification. It's for your movement forward, okay? If you keep running around with all this resentment towards people, you literally will see the world, as it says, through victim-colored glasses. You will be a victim to everything and everybody and every situation. You're not always the victim, okay? Like literally, you're not always the victim. Sometimes you victimize yourself in situations. So Instead of doing that, allow yourself to forgive people. People are not always going to react to things the way that you react to things. People are not always going to do things the way that you do it. So again, allow room for that. Allow yourself to forgive others and allow yourself to be forgiven by yourself. Okay. That greatest gift you can give to yourself is forgiving you. Okay. And then maybe others will follow along with that. Okay. The next number is number 25. It is Oshun. It's just fearless love. Okay. Be fearless in your love to yourself as well. The goddess of fearless love, Yoruba in Nigeria. The temple is lovers and the element is water. The goddess Oshun is the exalted Orisha or deity of honey sweet waters, love, sensuality, fertility, and beauty. But the Yoruba lady of gold's anger and jealousy can also flood and destroy. Let me read that one more time. The goddess Oshun is the exalted Orisha or deity of honey sweet waters, love, sensuality, fertility, and beauty. But the Yoruba lady of gold's anger and jealousy can also flood and destroy. Dare to love. Begin with loving yourself. Allow yourself to be loved. You feel everything deeply. You are porous with a wall around your heart. This is your paradox. You are love, and you are worth loving. Your divine assignment is to remain open to fearless love. You deserve to be loved in your language. You are worthy of a love that remembers your beauty at your ugliest moments. Don't allow your unhealed past to block your future. Real love is a sacred contract that says, I am vulnerable and committed. Your heart is safe with me. Let's expand our consciousness together. And the goddess declaration for this is, I give love, I receive love, I am love. Okay. So again, this is all tied together. The joy, okay, being joyful this week, forgiving yourself, okay, and having fearless love, starting with yourself first, okay? No one is going to love you like you love you. Nobody's going to take care of you like you take care of you. Yes, you could, your spouse can love you, your boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance, whatever. They can love you the way that, as well. But no one is actually going to put the time in and the work in that you're going to put in. So you actually have to put that time and that work into yourself and love yourself fearlessly and be unapologetic about loving yourself as well and putting yourself first. Okay. Sometimes people around you are not going to like your decision to put yourself first and your decision to make decisions that may, be different from what they'd like to see. But that's okay. Keep loving yourself and keep putting yourself first. And I promise you're going to win. All right. The final one is feeling safe. This is the goddess Tituba, and the number is 4. The goddess of feeling safe, Barbados, Guyana, and Salem. The temple is ancestors, and the element is air. The great ancestress Tituba was an enslaved Caribbean woman who was the first person accused in the 1692 Salem witch trials. She was most likely kidnapped from the Guyanan region in South America and then sold through a Barbados plantation. It is finally safe to be you. You have wandered through a dark night. Your trip has been long. There is light ahead. Your liberation is apparent. Your embodiment. You deserve to feel secure. Feeling safe is knowing that your basic needs are met. Feeling safe is feeling at home in your body. Feeling safe is trusting your journey. Feeling safe is feeling free around those who love you. Feeling safe is trusting that the sun will rise again. If you grew up emotionally or spiritually or physically unsafe, reset your default expectations to a healthier vibration. And the goddess declaration is, I am safe. It is safe to be safe. Okay? I thought that was amazing, guys. It's like this week you're just being told to forgive yourself. You are safe to forgive yourself. You are safe to love yourself. And you are safe to show the world that, no matter who it is. Okay? The secrets that have been revealed to you, take heed to them. When you're hearing that buzz, it is information being downloaded to you. You need to listen to it and you need to take heed to it. grab your crystals, go to sleep, meditate, figure it out, and I promise you, you're going to win. Okay? But you have to forgive yourself. You got to forgive others. It's okay to be joyful. We need your laughter. We need you smiling. Okay? We need that to water the earth, water your life, water and bring life to your life. Okay? And finally, feel safe. Feel safe doing all of this. You might have to get away from somebody to do so. Okay? And you need to take heed to that. All right. So I hope everybody was feeling that as much as I was feeling that. I really definitely felt that reading just now, and I hope you guys did too. Let me go ahead and get over to the chat. I appreciate you guys tuning in tonight. Shout out to Darlene. I appreciate you. TMK, I appreciate you. 211. Also, Nikki Proctor Walden, I appreciate you for watching. And everybody else that's watching in the clouds. And I thank you. Yes, please go ahead and like and subscribe. I am going to have a members only video tonight that will be live right after this show at 7 p.m. Eastern. I do have a special guest coming in tonight, and you guys will see that if you go ahead and hit that join button. Okay, let's go ahead and get into our Crystals 101, and then we'll go ahead and get into that Tasha K reading. Okay, because baby, I really want to know. Okay, do y'all want to know? Because I really want to know what's up with Tasha. Like, is she actually, did she create that? Did she make that statement? What's going on with Tasha K? All right, let's go ahead and get into crystals, y'all. Prosperity. Okay. So prosperity, let's just go right into the book. Being truly prosperous in life is about more than having plenty of money, okay, or plenty of food or anything like that. Now, true prosperity actually dwells in the body, the mind, the spirit, bringing you health, happiness, and also good relationships, fulfilling work, plenty of love, and financial well-being. Many people struggle with prosperity because they believe they don't deserve it, okay? Or that in being prosperous, that they will be taking it away from someone else, or both of these beliefs are definitely fallacies. Okay. Now, one thing that comes to mind is religion. And I'm not trying to knock anybody's religion or knock anybody going to church or anything like that. But one of the things that I was taught in religion was to give, and that my prosperity will be given in death. Okay, so that's one thing I was taught as a Jehovah's Witness, never to really, establish wealth or anything for the sake of my family and for the sake of the bloodline, but really to establish wealth for the sake of the Jehovah's Witness organization. And also, I didn't need it because I was going to die, and, God was going to resurrect me into a new world order. So I really didn't have any reason to give to anybody and to be proud. None of that mattered. As a matter of fact, it was frowned upon to look for prosperity. So now that I've come out of that organization, and I've, of course, I have changed my ways and definitely provided ways for my children to be wealthy, and other ways for us to maintain a healthy and wealthy lifestyle. Now that I've gotten that and gotten that down pat, I understand what prosperity really means. It's more than just money. It's more than just any of that. So one of the mantras that I use, and I use it actually from this book, I'm going to read it to you guys. It says, I am prosperous in all aspects of my life, and I am grateful for that prosperity. One of the things that I do as a prosperity spell is there's two things that I've been taught, and I've actually done them, and I do them all the time. And it's very simple to do. It doesn't cost much or anything. One of them is to just take little bird crumbs, little pieces of bread. You can take like a loaf of bread, an old loaf, an old stale loaf of bread from the church or something that they're giving away bread. Take that and just feed the birds. Go to the park and feed the birds. That is a prosperity spell. Okay, that's actually ways to bring money and bring wealth to your life. Another thing that I do, I just got a blank from that, but either way, it must not have been meant for me to tell you. But there's a couple of things that I do as far as prosperity, but that is definitely one of them. So try that. And then the meditation that you could use is to sit comfortably with your eyes closed, breathing normally. So I kind of just breathe and sit and pay attention to the breaths that I'm taking. As you repeat the mantra, you imagine that your entire body is a large magnet drawing health, wealth, joy, and love to you. Continue for at least 10 minutes, okay? And do that. And then the remedies for this are citrine. That's one of my go-tos. So you can use a citrine stone. Citrine is one of the most effective money stones. And also you can place a citrine where you keep your cash. So you can actually put a citrine in your wallet. Okay. You can put it around your debit cards, different things like that. Your money drawer, if you got like a money drawer or a cash drawer, or even a cash register at your stores or at your business, you can put a citrine stone in there. Don't forget to cleanse and recharge the citrines at least once a week to keep it active. So always cleanse them. You can cleanse with sage. You can also cleanse with Himalayan salt if you have that. And as long as the rock isn't porous, you can do that. And also you want to charge them. So you can charge them in the moon, you can charge them in the sun, or you can charge them through meditation. And you can also cleanse them in meditation as well. You can use a black tourmaline if you want to cleanse them. Also, there is a stone that I don't have, which is called an aventurine. And that's a green aventurine, is a heart stone. Actually, I do have one. This is one right here. So the green aventurine is a heart stone that can create balance, enabling you to experience prosperity in all aspects of your life. So rather than focusing on only one type of prosperity, such as abundance, it actually focuses on everything across the world. So the balancing of energy of this stone enables you to keep your consciousness focused on all forms of prosperity. So you want to make sure when you're thinking of prosperity, you're not just thinking of money, okay? Because money can be evil if you're using it wrong, okay? So it's not just about money, okay? It's literally in all aspects, abundance in every area of your life, abundance of peace, abundance of sleep, abundance of food, abundance of joy, abundance of everything. That is true prosperity. Okay. So a quick tip on that. Many people harm their ability to be prosperous with their thoughts and beliefs. So again, going back to, thinking that you don't deserve something for some whatever reason. And a lot of us have been taught that. Those are things that you got to break. They may catch themselves thinking, gosh, I'm so broke, or I can't afford that, or my health is so poor. These are limiting thoughts and work with the law of attraction. So you need to be careful with the words that you're speaking out into the universe as well. Okay. So it's important not to put different types of energy out there. If you do catch yourself like thinking something like that, immediately say in your mind, cancel that. Just immediately like, stop it. I kind of do stuff. Don't mind me, y'all. I be doing stuff like that. I be like, we ain't going there, or something like that. Just make it fun for yourself. You don't have to say anything particular that somebody else says. Just make it your own self. Okay. And this negates any anti-prosperity thinking and will reinforce a prosperity mindset and express gratitude to the universe for providing it. So again, thank the universe for providing that. Also, like I said, reset your mind at that moment. Sometimes you guys just do a quick reset and boom, it's all over with. Okay. The next one we're going to talk about is spiritual protection. Okay. And I'd like to talk about that a little bit deeper because some people have been getting into different situations here on YouTube and other places. And, you'd be surprised what type of hexes and different things people try. Okay. Low vibrational people will actually try. I do spiritual bathing quite often. One of the things that I use in a bath is essential oils, Himalayan salt. I also use my crystals and I use my my sage. Okay. I do use black soap. That you don't have to use all of those, all at one time. And then I say a mantra and I also go into a meditation while I'm in the bath. And then when I come out of the meditation, before I go into that bath, I drink a glass of water. When I come out, I drink another glass of water. Okay. So that's just something that you guys can try. You can use your own spiritual protections. You can also go and look up what you can use in that bath, and what other things you can do as a spiritual protection for yourself. But it's very important to have that protection, especially when you go into these battles and these little bats back and forth with folks. Okay. You must protect yourself spiritually. Okay. So as you go through life, you sometimes come into contact with people or circumstances that may affect you negatively. Okay, that might be at work. You might run across a boss or a supervisor or somebody, even your neighbor, that's just irritating, and you just every time you see them, you're like, this is what you need. Okay, this is the answer. This can actually harm your spirit by causing loss of positive energy and also increase your negative energy or similar effects. Now, damaging influences can come from negative situations, people with bad intentions, or other adverse circumstances. Now, some crystals can offer spiritual protection by absorbing the negative energy. One of the mantras you can use is I surround myself with a protective white light of spiritual energy. And the meditation is to visualize a white light surrounding you as you repeat the mantra or any mantra of spiritual protection for at least 10 minutes. Push the white light from your core, allowing it to extend around you. Okay. And the white light can also take on any form that feels safe. Okay. For example, I push a bubble of white light from my core until it surrounds me completely, or in some cases, surrounds my house, my family as well. And I've actually used that this lady does. Her name is Karen Frazier, and this is the Crystals Healing Guide. Okay. So, and then she says, or in some, she surrounds her family as well. And then you push the light out from your core, goes to building it around you so that you don't trap any negative outside energy coming into that light. So that is something that I actually use. Okay. And then the black tourmaline which is something we've talked about quite a bit, and some of you have even mentioned having it. A black tourmaline is kind of a go-to stone with spiritual protection. You can carry that with you in your pocket. You can also carry it around your neck as a pendant, or you can use it as a piece of jewelry. I kind of have a lot of black tourmaline laying around right now. I have several black tourmaline rings. Okay, so I don't only have one on my hand, but I have several of them. So I've got three right here, like right in front of me. Okay. And then you can also wear it around your neck as a pendant. And because it is blocking negative energy all the time and providing protection, it does need to be cleansed and recharged daily. So I do cleanse those all the time. Okay. And I've got a couple of them sitting around the house. So, and I do cleanse them often. Also, the amethyst, which is my favorite stone, I think you guys know. It does protect against negative energy and also purifies your energy at the same time. So I keep an amethyst next to my bed. Okay. That usually stays next to me. I move this around often. I take this with me places I go. And I don't wear it because it's kind of just a stone. But I take it with me all the time. It's my go-to. And this is great. This is great for spiritual protection, and also keeps negative energies associated with nightmares around. Okay, so it keeps that away. Also, you can place an amethyst under your pillow at night before you sleep, and then also cleanse and recharge that crystal each night as well. Okay, so a tip for that is when you first start using the shield described in the meditation, it may not stay in place long. Okay. So therefore, it's best to apply it several times throughout the day. You might have to go into that actual meditation a few times a day, okay, until you actually get an understanding of it or you get used to it. Eventually, I'll get better at keeping it in place during the day. And you can also use that shield and put it in place wherever you feel you are entering a negative situation. So if you know you're about to go into a negative conversation with somebody, you can always go into that meditation first, okay? All right, guys. So that was our Crystal 101 for the week. I hope everybody appreciated that. I definitely did. And so we're going to get into this information now about Tasha K and what's going on with this chick. Hey, Money to Burn. I appreciate you. Can one of the mods, hey, Couch Potato, I appreciate you. Can one of the mods go ahead and get rid of Noah Day? That is a bot, guys. So let me go ahead and start our our little music for Tasha, and let's get right into it, guys.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal.
I really have questions about Tasha K and that statement that she made the other day. Who was behind that? Whether or not that was really her genuine statement, if that was something that was really coming from her heart, or if that was somebody else that put her up to that. Was it a publicist? Was it her attorney? Who put Tasha up to that conversation? Because I just thought it was absolutely crazy what was coming out of her mouth. It just seemed like she had no remorse for any of this, absolutely no accountability whatsoever. And, this whole thing about fighting and payola and against the machine and this, it was just a mess. Okay. And I mean, I feel like Tasha's brand is so much bigger than that. I mean, I don't understand it. Yes, I get it. The whole tea and the whole, gossip thing. I get it. Because, I'm into that too. But one thing for sure and two things for certain. You ain't never going to catch me putting lies out about nobody. Okay. I'm not getting ready to do something that's not true. Something that could be verified as not true. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. Not getting ready to do that. And then particularly, I'm not going to do that, especially if I know that my brand is large enough and my company is making enough revenue that I could actually be held liable and be sued and, literally be taken through the cleaners. I ain't got time for that. Okay. Why Tasha had time for it, I don't know. But I get it. Money is money. Money speaks over everything a lot of times for different people. But I just wondered if whether or not it was actually her that came up with this idea. Okay. And whether or not it was her that came up with this statement that she gave. I'm pretty sure she was pretty salty about the situation. But was it her that actually came up with this idea of this statement? Because I don't think it was. But, we're going to find out tonight. I mean, I'm going to pull a few cards and we're going to get some answers on that. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure that you also subscribe and make sure that you hit the join button, guys, because we are about to go live and have a great show in just a little bit and talk about some great things. So I did see some cards. I see a couple of cards coming out. There's a couple of reverse cards coming out here. We're going to get right into it. But yeah, I really don't think that she is the one that's doing this. And I'm going to find out real quick. All right. So the first card that came out was the, hold on. Like I said, guys, this is a new deck. So I'm still learning this deck. I don't have it all the way together on this one. Where's my card book? Okay. So here it is. All right. So this means that I'm going to show you guys this one. She's gone on a journey. Okay. And she's being blinded in this journey. That's definitely not her that has come up with whatever this situation is. She's not behind. She's not the machine behind this. That's what I'm going to say. Okay. She is definitely looking for some change. Okay. It is something about the situation where she was definitely looking for some change in the situation. She definitely wanted to manifest more. And whoever she's working with, she wants different. She doesn't want to be dealing with that. So far it sounded like it's not her. This one came out in the reverse. This is the wands. And as you can see, the creature in the background that's got stabbed in the back. Okay. So here goes that. She knew what was going to be said. She just knew it wasn't going to work. So it definitely wasn't her that came up with this idea. Okay. But she was aware of the idea. It wasn't like she was blindsided. They didn't just hand her a piece of paper and they turned on the camera and she started talking. No, she went over this. She knew about it, but she argued, she pushed back on this. This wasn't something she wanted to do. And I'm kind of glad because I don't think it helped her brand. This 8 of Wands also came out. You see the guy kind of running with the stuff on his back. 8 is a symbol of continuation. Okay. So it looks like they want to continue on with this situation. They wanted to keep going. But you can see the guy in the background that's kind of elevating to another level. I think she wanted to go a different level and just let this be, completed and go on to another level. But they want this to continue. Okay. For some reason, I don't know what it is. We've got a King of Swords that came out in the reverse. The King of Swords is the strongest suit. And so this came out in the reverse. So I don't know if this is referring to her husband or if it's referring to a male energy in the situation that should be protecting the situation, and they're not. But she's looking more for that person or people and that male dominant energy to protect the situation, and it's not protective of the situation or not bringing the situation to a better level. Okay. And that person is actually operating in the 1 or the ace of swords, which means that they're operating on a much lower level of protection than should be. So she's not very happy about that. So what I'm thinking and what I'm getting from this, guys, is that no, Tasha literally did not come out with this statement herself. However, she did know about the statement. She put it out there. She pushed back on it and even giving the statement, but she did give the statement reluctantly, with the intention, though, of moving on and moving forward to a higher level. But the other people involved, their intent were to keep going and keep this continuing. Okay. And it looks like she's not feeling like and I want to say her husband. I don't know. I could be wrong about this, but it's looking like Tasha's not feeling very protected by the male in the situation. I understand that her husband is her manager. Okay. So it's looking like she's not feeling very protected and that he's kind of operating on a much lower level than what she would be expecting from him. So that's pretty much what I get from that, guys. I mean, that was pretty straightforward to me. I don't think there's really anything else to say about that. I mean, Tasha has now been trying to come out and say, she loves her husband. She absolutely loves the situation and completely looks up to him. But nah, I think she expected him to do more. In actuality, I think it was something about her throwing him under the bus during the lawsuit. Now, I didn't really follow the lawsuit altogether. I did know about it. I knew, I was well aware of it, but I didn't follow the lawsuit completely. Not fully aware of her statements in throwing the husband under the bus, but I do know about something like that. So, hey, maybe she's really feeling like, he didn't do his job in this situation. She's really feeling like, a manager should be doing more, or they shouldn't be, throwing her these bones. You understand what I'm saying? And them throwing her these bones, they're destroying her brand. And I think she feels like the husband must have a lot to do with that. So that is the reading on Tasha K, guys. I am going to get off of here now and go ahead and prepare for my members only reading. I am looking so forward to that. It is going to be epic. And I am looking forward to seeing my members there. And I appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you guys for watching, and peace. I appreciate you guys.